Hello everyone and welcome to Big Talk on Global Televisions, where we'll be taking a look at some political developments and for the fact that earlier today, the governors of the South Side met at Ogun State to review some of the concerns and some political development in their respective region. This is coming on the heels of the fact that there are a lot of also concern in the southern part of the country. So the governors met earlier on today to discuss some of this way forward. So we'll be bringing some top negotiations and the conversations that sparked at that meeting and some of the resolutions that the governors had resolved. Away from that, we'll also be looking at the fact that a lot of concern as to what is really happening in Rivers State, if all of these concerns have been stabilized by the fact that the governor is still insisting that the transition committee really stands, and the former chairman earlier today protested, at the different secretariat, even when the police have given a ban on protests in that regard. We'll also look at that aspect as well. But before we get on the program, let's get a video of one of the former chairman who spoke against the governor on his stance on the conditions of the Rivers State Local Government Transition Committee.
The chairman of the Association of Local Governments, the mayor of Port Harcourt, has hit the nail on the head. What we want to do is to adumbrate. We are aware, you are all aware of the recent developments in the state. We, the local government chairman, duly elected pursuant to the provisions of Section 7, Sub 1, as the Constitution of Nigeria enjoins. We are duly elected and we are in office up until the time that the Rivers State House of Assembly amended the law to extend our tenure. A lot of discourse has been going on and nobody is asking what led to the extension. Now you recall that even the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria allows for such extension in an event of force majeure, in an emergency. What happens? So the members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, led by the Right Honorable Martins Chika Mehule, rose to the occasion and amended the law in order for there not to be a vacuum, because the governor of the state, Siminalayi Fubara, was not prepared to hand over to democratically elected personnel. We are not people who are crazy about remaining in office. However, duty calls. This is a doctrine of necessity that has been invoked. Tomorrow we've heard from publications by Nolge under the leadership of one Mr. Clifford Paul, who masquerades as the chairman or president of Nolge in Rivers State. They have dangerously entered the arena of political disputes. These are supposed to be civil servants. Like the mayor of Port Harcourt said, they have made nominations. Civil servants have made nominations into the illegal caretaker committee that were screened by Oko Jumbo and two others. And they did not resign their appointments pursuant to the provisions of the Rivers State Local Government Law. For you to be a member of a caretaker committee, you must resign whatever appointment you hold. We are not aware that any of them have resigned. They have taken oath of office. So they cannot say they are calling for the police to vacate the premises of the various local governments because they want to go to work. These are people now who are dangerously aligned in the seeming disputes. It is not as if, all of you know us here. We are the chairman of the council. We have capacity to cause whatever violence that they want. But we will not do that. The reason we will not do that is that we cannot be seen to be maiming the same people we are leading. What is going on in Rivers State, what the Rivers State House of Assembly did, has been done in Zamfara without anybody throwing any stone, because that is the way to go. In the event that the government is not able to provide the enabling environment for elections to hold, the Assembly extended the tenure of the local government chairman in Zamfara for 6 months. And our sister state here, Akwa Ibom, has also done the same thing. What we have here is a situation where the governor is inept, inexperienced, and is now open to all kinds of advice, including from people who want to benefit from the system. So we are calling on the national president of Nolge to call his members in Rivers State to order. We are also calling local government council officials, staff, to refrain from any protest.
And that was a speech of the former chairman in Rivers State, speaking glaringly on the issues of concern, backing the position of the fact that it's justifiable for the chairman to remain in office after all of those resolutions. But we'll get to see what may the events that may get to unfold as we are still keeping our eyes focused on that issues in Rivers State. But we'll go on a quick way right now. And was returned, the member in the House of Representatives, Honorable Bassey Akiba, will be joining us live here on the program to discuss the state of the nations and the move so far by the 10th National Assembly in some of these issues. To stay with us on the program, we'll be right back.
For an insightful idea that takes the center stage and the conversation that gets beyond the headlines, to explore the lasting impact of political decisions, Big Talk got you covered. From policy debates to geopolitical insights, from thought-provoking discussions to actionable insight.
What is the real responsibility of government?
Big Talk delves deep into the heart of the matter. Join us weekdays on Global Televisions from 6:30 p.m. for a reverting journey into the heart of politics, where we dissect issues shaping our society.
With every government and introduction of new policies, businesses of all kinds and sizes seize the opportunity to evolve and redefine themselves. Business Point on Global Television is where we follow the money and put the facts and figures right in front of you. Watch Business Point every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. as Kikelamo Okeri tracks all the latest developments across critical sectors. Business Point, this is business.
Are you ready to be entertained like never before? Get ready to dive into the latest and greatest entertainment news in lifestyle, music, movies, birthday celebration, and so much more, all on Entertainment Circle on Global Television. From the hottest red carpet events to exclusive interviews with your favorite stars, we've got you covered. Stay up to date with the latest trends and news from the entertainment world, all in one place. Tune in every Saturday by 1 p.m. with Chung Annabelle Joseph on Global Television.
In an ever-busy world, the increasing challenge of keeping track of health
Hello everyone, many thanks for still staying with us on the program Big Talk. And of course, as I said earlier, I'm being joined by Honorable Bassey Akiba, member representing Calabar Municipality and Odukpani Federal Constituency of Cross River State at the House of Representatives. Is live here on the program to join us at the conventions. Good to have you, Honorable.
Very good to have you too. Good evening, viewers.
Many thanks for having time to join us on the program.
Thank you so very much.
It has, let's start with, it has been a 1 year in the House of Reps to you, because a lot of expectations on the 10th National Assembly. How's been the experience of this 1 year before we now develop to other issues?
Yeah, that's true. There will always be an expectation. After all, the first place, the Nigerian people voted us to execute some mandate, in the 10th National Assembly. So their expectation is more or less why they voted us. They voted us to go and represent them. And the act of representation means that you must get some feedback from time to time from them and be able to take it to government. And whatever government says, you must be able to take it back to them. That means there should be some level of engagement with the people. The second expectation is that we should be able to make laws that will benefit the people. That is the second expectation. The third one should be oversighting on those laws. The third one should be oversighting on those laws that we make. So that's where they're. And so far, so good in the 10th Assembly. I must commend the leadership of the Speaker, Dr. Tajuddin Abbas. I must commend him. He has been able to put us together, irrespective of your background, for us to face the work of Parliament, which is, like I said, is that of representation, lawmaking, and all that. So I think more of the expectation of Nigeria should be in that direction.
All right, so there are so many moved by the House of Representatives in response to national development, and some of those things are the fact that Nigerians expect that things are done properly.
Yeah.
Issues of loan grants by federal government to World Bank and all of these purchases of these and all of that. To you, looking at the economy situation we are today, what has been your sense of priority for government, and also looking at what the House has, what has been the activities of the House to correcting some of these issues, looking at oversight. For instance, many ministries, parastatals, their operations is not in anywhere really working for the past year. And a lot of concern to the fact that there must be a need to put a stop to all of these issues so as to save, the economy situation we have in the country. What has been the role so far and attempts we are getting this thing done?
Well, I think, like I said, we are there to represent the Nigerian people. What concerns them should concern us as parliamentarians. What we hear more from Nigerians is that the cost of living is high. The cost of living, the cost of items, the cost of feeding, the cost of so many things is high. That's what. And as Parliament, we've been on that severally. For example, the issue of national minimum wage. We've spoken about that as Parliament. He said not just to increase. Yes, we support that it should be increased, but not only to increase, but we must also look at government deliberate effort in crashing down the cost of living. Because increments will make any sense, if the cost of living continue to go the way it's going. You understand? Because that means we increase today, the cost of living will high, people will back to the table to continue to increase. It doesn't make sense. So for us as Parliament, we are looking at first, can this bill, can this wage, be a living wage for the people? Is it something that that's one? And for us, we said no. So we need to look at it. But beyond looking at it, in what way can government also work in such a manner that will bring down the cost of living, such that whatever that is your living wage will be able, to help you through. So there are a lot of those issues that we've been looking at. We've been looking at the issue of security. We've been looking, like you talk about MDS, we've been looking at the issue of oversight, because we keep saying that, look,
the engage the system.
Yes, the framers of the laws understand that, look, we human beings have some tendencies. So if there's no check, as to how Mr. A or B conduct their affairs, that is being assigned to, then there will be a problem. And that's also a major rule. And we'll be looking at that. You've been very with the House. You've been with the House. Like, for example, the committees that are on Public Account Committee, we have actually looked at how was COVID funds, expended. And we have
Now we have cholera again.
and we have seen MDAs that were allocated funds in the region of billions. That were allocated funds. And when he now said, come and explain how you utilize these funds, they find it difficult. And somehow we had to move as a house. We said, look, since you cannot explain how these funds were used, we turned it into consolidated revenue fund. You understand? Of the Federation for the people of Nigeria, because we couldn't do that. So that has been our work. Luckily, I've also been, part of some other committees, like, for example, ITF, investigation on the compliance with, ITF law, you understand? Because every employer, government, or even corporate body are supposed to remit 1% of the total emolument, you understand? To ITF, for ITF to even use it for people that are not opportune to be on the payroll of government or company. The question is, have we been doing that? If we have been doing it, how have we been using it? But within the period, I can tell you that in the region of about 400 billion, we've been able to get companies, government, to
back
pay
to
to
government.
ITF. Yeah.